Hello and welcome back to Confused.
So are we. We're quite
very
confused, aren't we, Toby?
Yes.
Good.
Is this the second one of the new year?
I think so. And we had a little bit of interest in some questions to add into the mix, which is good. So I saw the long list you made today.
Yeah.
There's a few I haven't seen yet, which is really nice. So yeah, keep them coming, guys, because without questions, we haven't got a podcast to think about. So yeah, it's good. I'm really curious about this first one. This one I hadn't seen till today.
No.
So what are your top 5 apocalypse supplies?
Oof.
So just to clarify what that means, if there was an apocalypse.
I'm thinking zombie apocalypse.
Right. So what are the 5 supplies, the things you would think
having your
you'd
rucksack to take around on a daily.
Yeah, okay, so what's going in your rucksack for that first day of the apocalypse? Toby, over to you.
Ooh.
Have you thought about it yet?
I've not. I think a handheld video game device that doesn't require internet. I'm thinking even go as retro as a Game Boy, because very simple.
What about the power though? How are you going to charge it when all the power
my
stations
other one
go
would
down?
be...
Sorry, I'm interrupting your flow.
Yeah, I was going to say a power bank with a solar panel on. You can get them nowadays.
I've seen them that fold out. Yeah, it's really handy.
If not, it would be a fold-out solar panel that you can take.
I love that that's your priority, not survival, but a little device that makes noise and requires battery. That's
no, but you in your going about a power bank with a solar panel on for backpack.
That's useful.
Backup.
Yeah.
Then, I think a weapon of sorts. I don't think I'm fully decided on what.
A sharpened toothbrush.
There we go, sharpened toothbrush.
No, I'm suggesting that's what you'd want.
I think the zombies would just laugh if you.
But that's good. That would be a good defence because they wouldn't be too busy laughing at you.
Swiss Army knife.
Oh, you can't be
You
as
have
good.
you have to have a
Or
Swiss Army
maybe
knife.
a Gerber multi-tool because it's kind of pliers, it's kind of a knife, it's kind of a screwdriver. Yeah, you definitely need tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you probably. I know. If you watch all the apocalyptic kind of movies and TV series, a lot of fighting ends up happening. But I don't know. Not in America, maybe.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have guns and knives and stuff, whereas in England, maybe a bit less so.
Yeah.
I think in England it'd just be oh, can we borrow some sugar? Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll swap you some sugar for a few tea bags. Okay, deal.
Yeah.
And no one would have showered in a while, so people will smell and trade tea. That's my prediction.
There we go.
So I would definitely have a massive box of tea in because it doesn't weigh a lot, but it tastes awesome.
Yeah.
You can trade tea. I reckon you can trade tea.
I think it will become a short supply because there'll be no connection to the East Asia.
So that's a fair point. You can't grow it here.
No.
Yeah, tea is not grown in the UK. Did you know that, guys? Yorkshire tea isn't grown in Yorkshire. Just gonna put that out there. Anyway, zombie apocalypse. You got to stay dry, Topes. So I'm gonna go a poncho, maybe with a fleece lining, a waterproof poncho with a fleece, a big one.
Is that I'm trying to think of the definition now, because obviously I say you have the clothes in your body in your backpack.
Okay.
What is in that backpack?
I wouldn't wear a heavy duty poncho, waterproof poncho though, all day. That would be in the backpack. You've got to sleep comfortably. I'm thinking about comfort, not survival. That's really funny. Really decent sleeping bag.
Yeah.
That would be good. Like a paddy one.
But I think if you're in an apocalypse survival, I've already got my home base. I go out and come back at the end of the day.
No, it's the first day. I said it's the first day. Yeah. Yeah, I think camping gear is a good shout. Some kind of way of lighting a fire, but you're going to take a fancy.
If it was the first day, I wouldn't be going out. I would be sat at home
with your Game Boy.
No, I'd have bought a welder and I would be preparing my car for battle. Because you could have your whole home in your car.
Yeah, man, that's a cool idea.
Because you live in there. It's on the road.
In the petrol, where do you get the petrol from? Long term, I think a bicycle is the way forward for the zombie apocalypse.
Well, you've got 3-5 years before petrol goes bad. So you still got
to. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because petrol turns to almost jelly after a long time.
I love that you know that. That's great knowledge.
I don't know if the time is right, but I know that's what happens to it.
This is a little bit nerdy, so I'm going to confess. I actually read the Zombie Apocalypse Survival Guide.
Yeah.
Cover to cover. Max Brooks. It's quite an amusing thing to read. But his theory is bicycles are the way forward. Because if you watch in the movies, it's quite dramatic when the heroes four people get trapped in the car and they're surrounded by zombies, and that makes a good cinematic dramatic moment. Whereas a bicycle, they come towards you, they grab the bike, you jump off, and you can literally be running before the bicycle hits the floor.
I think they make it too dramatic. I would say I think the bicycle's a shout, but I say bike rack on the top of your car, your mountain bike, And then you have your home base, and you can go from there.
Toby,
in an
we are just
emergency.
making a camping list.
Yeah.
We've got car,
Apocalypse
bike
camping
rack,
list.
multi-tool, poncho, and a sleeping bag.
Maybe
We're just
like
going.
a 50 cal on the bonnet or something.
We are. Oh, that makes it a bit less. So yeah. No, we're just going to a weekend of the Lake District here.
There
aren't
we go.
There you go. I think actually something like a bow and arrow would be smart because you want to go hunting. Those seagulls are not going to hunt themselves, and we're going to need that meat.
Yeah.
So bow and arrow, and you can make your own arrows. Like if you run out.
Kind of a shotgun.
Oh, you can't make it. You can't. Yeah, but in 5 years' time, you can't make the ammo.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Bow and arrow is the way forward. Go medieval, dude.
Yeah.
Suggestion.
Okay. Off of the apocalypse supplies.
Oh, I can talk about that all day. That's
I
good
know,
fun.
it's
That.
great.
Okay.
What would you feed to the 5,000 if you could choose? I'm thinking like where do we go with this? Is this like like our favourite meal, or is it something that everybody unanimously could agree on?
Well, yeah, it's a great question. I think if we're giving us free reign in the menu here, I think we can go anywhere we want with it.
Yeah.
Really, in terms of what food you could have or not, like what's realistic. My wisdom would probably be something like pizza.
Yeah.
It's fairly. You can eat it with your hands.
Yeah.
For picnic style, no problem. It's great, hot or cold, so that doesn't matter. And you can put pretty much any toppings on it at all.
It's like, can you imagine the 12 baskets of bread left with just like Domino's
Crusts.
pizza boxes like piled up?
There weren't 12 baskets. There were 12 boxes, and like a little dribble of that herb dip
Yeah.
left on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get a pizza.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Although what would be
Pizza's
good?
quite social. Like you sit around a pizza.
You have to gather around it to
Yeah.
eat it in the box. That's perfect for the feeding of the 5,000.
Yeah.
Man, pizza's the way forward. Although, what snack would you wish was bottomless? I always think, I don't particularly like Pringles, but my kids do. So, like, I think they're always sad when the tube runs out. Imagine you had a bottomless, miraculous, godly blessed tube of Pringles.
If we're thinking tables, I would so go for mozzarella dippers.
Ooh, interesting. Is that breadcrumbed mozzarella? Like,
Yeah.
fried.
And like
That's a
melt
great
and
choice.
pull them apart.
You see, I would like a bottomless supply of those. But I would
I
quite
think feeding the 5,000, they had the bread and fish, so we are going to do Domino's pizzas and mozzarella dippers.
What's for dessert though, dude?
Ooh.
Oh, you could turn the water into Pepsi Max cherry.
Pepsi Max cherry. then what's the dessert?
Well, I don't know what Domino's do. To be fair, I've been to Domino's like twice in my life. I think.
Yeah, I say we just go for something like profiteroles.
Ooh, that's a bit classy, so.
It's classy, but you can you take one.
You can have one. You don't necessarily
Yeah.
have to have a fork. Depends how drippy the sauce is, but
Yeah.
that's a good shout. That. Yeah, we're basically thinking of a decent picnic.
Yeah.
So weekend in the Lake District.
We're gonna picnic.
Decent picnic.
We're in a Lake District in like bug out cars with
Jesus. And he blesses the pizza, and like you can totally redo. Like if we're doing Jesus' arrival in modern day,
Yeah.
so we're thinking feed the 5,000 now. Pizza's the way forward, and you can redo the Last Supper Communion and hold up the slice of pizza.
While this
easy
is
to
all
tear.
happening, are zombies trying to attack us?
Well, we've got Jesus with us, so there's literally no worry about that. Yeah. Oh, would he bring the zombies back to life and heal them? That's a good question. There's not enough Jesus zombie apocalypse movies out there. Just saying.
No, I
There
think
needs to be
we've got
more
a
of
market there.
now we've put the idea out now. Some big director in Hollywood's going to
We will soon.
pinch the idea. Yeah, if you have the idea of any really interesting movie plots alongside our great venture to do Jesus heals the zombie apocalypse.
Our legal team will be in touch.
Yeah, they'll be in touch. Yeah, send us ideas for interesting movie plots. We're very interested to hear. But our new studio is going to produce those.
Yeah.
Toby. Question 3: Are christening and baptism different things?
Ooh.
So yeah, christening I'd probably normally associate with. Just to give context. Christening I'd normally associate with children. It happens in a number of denominations, including the Anglican Church, which I kind of was in for most of my younger years. And christening would typically happen with babies.
Yeah.
And then baptism's more of a teenager or adult dunk in the water, full immersion type thing normally. But the question is, are they different things? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, well, so baptism can also be two things. So you can have believer's baptism, which as Baptists we believe, or you can have
Funnily enough.
infant baptism. So that's baptized as a kid, and that's Catholics, isn't it? They big on the infant baptism.
Yeah. Do they call it christening? You know what? That would have to be looked at. They also have First Communion as Catholics. I think we need to ask someone who knows about this kind of thing. Yeah, but there's definitely it feels like with the question, there might be a child or baby slash
Yes.
adult age differential there between them?
So they are different things.
Okay.
They are. So
I'll second that.
yeah. So do you want? So christening. So that's.
Yeah, it's really complicated because different churches do it differently. But generally, I think you do christening with babies. In our church, we're a Baptist church, we have like a similar Sunday celebration.
Yeah.
Which, if a family have a new baby, they would typically bring their baby for like a dedication.
Yeah.
So still in the Sunday service, there's still parents, baby, godparents involved. There's still a lot of prayer over the baby. My girls were dedicated.
Yeah.
And that's what you do when they're babes, and then as they get older, when they're able, this is a believer's baptism thing. So it's not just baptism in general. This is a believer's baptism, which is, to be fair, the one that like we are like familiar with. So believer's baptism wise, when they hit when somebody gets to the age where they're able to decide for themselves, I want to follow Jesus for the rest of my life, not just as a child, I go to church because my mum takes me kind of vibe, more of a I want to be here because I'm choosing to be here.
And that's all that baptism is. It's,
when they hit that point, it's time.
I want to follow Jesus.
So they can get dunked. Yeah.
I have a follow-on question.
Oh right, more complicated. Go for it.
Yeah. You have baptized before.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to baptize someone?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Yeah, really interesting question. Yeah. I think it's a real celebration.
Yeah.
Because it's like one more person making the lifelong choice to follow Jesus that the decision I made. It's really joyful and encouraging. It really helps the church to feel encouraged and that it's growing and that it affirms, for example, you coming forward for baptism and sharing your testimony, that's your faith story.
Yeah.
That helps other people think back to theirs and remember theirs and get excited about theirs as well. So it doesn't just benefit the one person and their family kind of the baptism. It goes further than that. So it's really encouraging. It's a bit of a spine tingly moment, and the church celebrates and sings a lot and claps. So I think it's a real privilege to be able to baptise people. Yeah. It's so exciting. Were you, when you were a kid, did you have a dedication or a christening or something when you were little? Do you know, or when you were a baby?
Well, I wouldn't have remembered mine. I'm pretty sure I did. I remember Sam's.
Okay, yeah, go on.
My younger brother was baptised. When my younger brother was christened, I remember his dedication, and we all kind of came back and had a nice
was he sort of a baby, kind of a carrying baby age kind of thing?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and I think the key difference there is really interesting. Is we could talk all day about the theological differences, but I think christening or infant baptism, regardless of what you call it, if the person is a baby, the parents are making the promises of faith on that baby's behalf, and because it's not old enough yet.
We do it as the church as well. So the church, so the pastor will ask the church, "Will you guide this person and
support them in their faith journey?" So it's them. Sort of adult baptism, believers' baptism is more about the person themselves making those promises, and then, like you said, the church supporting them in that. Although, to be fair, in dedication and christening, the congregation are asked, this baby's been brought.
I thought we were talking about christening.
Yeah, both. Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. So, sure, there's some...
Pick out what you will in there. Done. Next question.
There's no clear answer there, but baptism's kind of whatever you think it is, except the fact that we think it's a commitment to follow Jesus, whether that's as a baby, your parents making the promise, or as an older believer, you are ready to make it yourself. That's probably the difference. But
okay, we're going to have to rush this last big question.
No, I will be okay. We'll be okay. Go on, go on. You ready, mate?
The big question of today is: did the Big Bang happen?
I don't think we need to rush, but I also think we're never going to get an answer, and I also think this could spread into multiple weeks because it's such an interesting question. What's your initial reaction to that? What do you think? What's your opinion?
Initially, I think I don't think it happened in the it just happened. It was science. It just happened. Yeah. What I think is we could be interpreting the Big Bang as God's creation of the world. Like when scientists track the Big Bang to that one point, we can go, that's when God did it. For example, I think the way God did it was so much more incredible than that, and we'd never be able to find out.
Fully understand it,
But that could easily be what it was.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think I don't have an answer. I really do think, though, the thing that makes me sad is probably probably starts in high school and sixth form when we discuss like kind of big matters of theology, philosophy, or science, where people who are not of faith will cite the Big Bang as some kind of proof that God doesn't exist or that he didn't create the world, which it feels a bit ridiculous because I guess there's no answer to this. My thought on it is, what if the Big Bang was the mechanism that God used to create the world? What if the Big Bang was actually his big clap? So I think in terms of science, I understand very little about science. However, what I have understood about Big Bang theory is time can be traced back to the microsecond after the Big Bang. Nothing, no information or evidence can be traced to anything happening prior. So before the Big Bang, there was nothing. While I'm waffling, can you look at Genesis chapter 1, mate? Sorry, just very, very first few words, really. So I wouldn't say that Big Bang theory and Christian idea of God creating the universe, I don't think they're in argument with each other. I don't think they're opposed to each other. So I just disagree with my kind of school friends from years ago, gently, that...
But even scientists don't know what was before the Big Bang.
Well, that's what I'm saying, they can't trace it back to any earlier than the second after the Big Bang starts. So do you want to read the first few words, mate? I'll say when to stop. Sorry.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering above the waters.
Yeah, so I think that tells us that there was nothing, it was formless and it was dark. Then God brings everything to life. And so to me, that sounds like a pretty poetic description of a Big Bang.
Yeah.
So I basically what I'm saying is I don't think the idea of Big Bang theory and the Bible are at odds with each other at all. In fact, if you look at it,
they work pretty well together.
I think they work pretty well together.
But as well, like, we don't know. God knows.
Yeah, the universe, I think one bit of evidence is interesting. The universe is expanding. So when they measure the different star solar systems and planets from each other, they are moving outwards from a central point, the different galaxies. So that would suggest there was an explosion and things are flying off in all directions, and we're currently flying on off in a direction. So that's, for me, that's fine. That sounds like a Big Bang, sure. But maybe I'll start calling it a big clap.
Yeah.
Because some amazing amount of energy had to create that explosion. To throw billions of galaxies. I don't know how many galaxies there are. I have no idea.
Billions.
Yeah. But
infinite numbers.
To throw billions of galaxies out across the universe, some massive thing must have happened in the middle. Yeah. And we have science can explain nothing about that Big Bang.
But it also might not have happened. Like we can connect them and create the link, but I won't know.
No, I'm not being a...
Well, one day I will.
Not being an astrophysicist, I don't know. But yeah, I think when we get to heaven, like, a lot of these big questions will be answered. We can't answer them on Earth. And that's part of our podcast, because we are confused, because we won't really know until we meet God in heaven.
No.
But basically, I think the really good thing to take away is, if you end up in discussions in RE lessons, science lessons, I think personally you can rest assured that between the Bible and Big Bang theory, there's no contradiction. In fact, they're probably quite good together, which I don't think that's always been the case.
No.
I think in the 80s, 90s, it was always seen that they're kind of mutually exclusive and they don't complement each other. And the Big Bang means you can't believe in God. And it's like, well, I think that's crazy, but because the Bible, you just read the Bible, and to me that describes darkness and nothing turning into stuff and light and energy. Well, I don't know.
Exactly.
Big Bang, did the Big Bang happen? Possibly,
but possibly not.
I'm very chill about it happening. Yeah. I think
Does it affect my life? No.
So, but I also saw in your list of questions, thanks for writing them up, down on that list somewhere, there's some stuff about creation and creationism as well, dipping into those first 7 days or 7 phases of creation. So we can definitely pick this up but another week. It doesn't have to finish today. So keep your questions coming in, and if we said anything that confused you, message us back and we'll be even more confused next time.
Keep the ever-long cycle of it. And if you have a way that, what would be your 5 essential apocalypse items?
Yeah, you can message us in, because we could then discuss the items that they bring in. No one's mentioned a candy floss maker yet. Just saying, that's crazy to me.
I think you'd be one of the first to go.
Because I'm thinking about sleeping bags and candy floss. Yeah,
I think
that's
I would
probably
shove
fair.
you out of my car
On my bicycle.
to protect my. Yes, I will be in the lovely gas-powered car and
With a
you can be on
50
the
caliber machine gun on the
bicycle
bonnet.
behind me,
Ding ding.
getting eaten by zombies.
Well, you see, your horn won't always work, whereas my little ding ding, it probably will because it needs batteries. Just saying. Yeah, I've got much
ding
more.
ding while the zombies are eating you.
I've just got much more of like a hippie vibe around the apocalypse. I think
Yeah.
you're going a bit more Mad Max Terminator kind of high octane car chases.
Have you ever seen Zombieland?
Yeah, I have actually.
So you'd be in the tower with the hippies.
Oh yeah, we'd be growing lentils on a roof.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm well up for that. I'm not sure. I must have eaten lentils at some point. Maybe mushrooms. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd grow. Potato. I can grow potatoes.
There you go. You can grow potatoes
On a
and
roof.
I will survive.
And you can have blades on your car wheels. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Also, a lot of the films we mentioned today are obviously not. They're 15s or 18s, so please don't
Yeah.
watch those until you are 15 or 18.
But when you
because
are,
it's bad
watch
for you.
them, because they're great films.
Some interesting questions about humanity and survival and what it means to be human. Yeah, just some interesting questions can be asked by difficult films, but you should watch them at the appropriate age because you don't want to be traumatized by seeing exploding squirrels or whatever is on these horrible films.
Films have you watched?
Exploding Squirrels 3? I don't know. It's been a pleasure to chat, Toby, about all things apocalyptic and christening.
Thank you all very much for tuning in.
Yeah, good to chat. Keep the questions coming, guys, and your apocalypse items, please.
We are confused.
We are confused and so are we. Yeah.
Yes.
You're
bye.
confused. I might be.